This week on The Itch, Justin and Spencer talk about World of Warcraft and its return to its Wrath of the Lich King numbers. Far Cry 4 says delete your save. Sex sells, but it also wants to be rated. Walmart practically gave away PS4 consoles. And their top story of this week is Gamestop, how they are preventing video games from being made. I'm Spencer.
I'm still Justin.
And this is The Itch.
We talk about video games, stuff, things that you might
Yep.
How was your week?
Pretty good. You know, we had a little party yesterday.
Me and you and Deucer Eric. What?
Hung out at my place, had some chiladas.
And we had beer, underage drinking all around.
Bud Light.
Party.
Make it a Bud Light night. We had a lot of fun that night. We played a little Cards Against Humanity. Maybe tried out some Super Smash Brothers Wii U.
Street cred.
Yeah, we got a little street cred. But here we are today, a little recovering. We're in recovery mode.
Recovering. Definitely recovering.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some video game releases, video game news.
What'd you think about Smash Brothers?
Maybe we'll get to it in a review a little bit later.
Oh, wow.
Maybe keep your eye on the channel and you'll see it.
Hopefully.
Maybe subscribe and you'll see it.
Literally keep your eye on it. Like, detach.
Let's get started
We'll
with
get back later.
Let's get started with some releases. That's what they came here to see, you know?
Right. Shit.
All right.
Damn it.
Let's get to it.
Do it.
For multi-platform, we have Monopoly Family Fun Pack,
Just buy the game in reality.
Rabbids Invasion.
No.
Well, that's like the
What?
Raymond stuff, right?
Yeah. What?
The Jackbox Party Pack.
You're kidding. Is that like sneaking?
What?
The Jack in a Box? Or, oh, I'm an idiot. I'm just hungry. Whatever. Anyway.
That's one of our sponsors too. Is Jack in the Box. When you're hungry for Jack in the Box.
Fourth
Well,
meal. All night.
I think that's Taco Bell, isn't it?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Grand Theft Auto 5. That's the remake for the PS4 and Xbox, and I think it's going to come later to the PC.
Yes, comes out in PC, what, next year, right?
I think so, something like that. I don't know.
I forgot.
Never Alone.
Ever.
Far Cry 4.
Which I heard is actually very good.
I have the demo of it, and I just haven't played it.
On what? Oh, yeah,
PS4.
Yeah.
WWE 2K15.
They say I'm cute. I know I'm sexy.
You want to buy this game, brother?
Yeah. Step into the rest in peace.
And finally, Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh,
Okay, so the PS4. By the way, did you ever end up getting that game?
It's an indie title. I looked into it, but like it doesn't have an established fan base.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to me, it's like, why do I want to put all my money out there for a game that I don't even know? I don't know how it's going to operate. I don't know. Like EA is like a beginning publisher too. Like,
Yeah, they're an up and comer for sure.
So we'll see what happens.
But I heard you did buy it. I'm trying to set up your review for success. I'm just. By the way, Jess is going to review the game. So also keep your eye on the channel because we're having that come up too.
Yeah.
All right, for the PS4, we have MXGP, the official motocross video game.
So all the other ones were fake. This is the official.
Little Big Planet 3.
I wanted to get that. The cutesy little character, Sackboy, just...
I actually think I should be getting it because of the kid.
Yeah, no, you really should.
Is it good? I've heard
it's
mixed
very
reviews.
good for, like, dude, they make games out of Little Big Planet. Like, they make other games. You make a first-person shooter out of Little Big Planet.
They make a game out of a game?
Dude, it's crazy.
Tiny Troopers, Joint Ops. Little guys. All right, Pierre Solar. This is for the Xbox One. Pierre Solar and the Great Architects. That came out for the other ones, didn't it? And then I know I've heard that before. Could be Monopoly Deal.
Just deal.
And Thomas Was Alone.
But according to the multi-platform, he was never alone.
Oh, good one.
They lied. Don't act like I'm crazy. Yeah.
Kevin Hart, right? Wii U, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U came out. And I, spoiler alert, had a pretty good time with it. Mm-hmm. For the 3DS, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I'm still on the fence about buying that.
I kind of want to, but every Pokemon game I bought, pretty much I've been disappointed with, and yet I keep coming back.
How does that work exactly?
I don't know.
You're just playing and you're like,
oh.
that exhale, just like, that's your fun coming out. You know?
Yeah.
Grinding again?
Oh, great. Level 5 Pokemon? This is bullshit.
I missed the Pokeball again.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for this. There's a video game in Japan for the Nintendo 3DS called Cubic Ninja, and it was recently removed from the online store and discontinued from stores. The Nintendo 3DS game had an exploit that enabled a homebrew that people could create their own content on.
Oh, okay. What does that mean, though? Just content in general?
Yeah. It's kind of like, it's getting into the area of ROMs.
Oh.
And creating your own content for video games.
Okay.
Which I actually, the thing also cool about it is that the used copies of the game are like $30 to $40 now. And it was like a little indie game, probably worth, 10 or something like that. But I think they should probably take advantage of something like that. Maybe make their own little game creator or something for the 3DS. How fun would that be?
Well, I mean, seeing as how the 3DS is sold like hotcakes, I don't see why not. Yeah. Wait, has it sold like hotcakes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Oh,
oh yeah. We need to have an interjection.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it comes through. Oh, yeah. Well, it doesn't seem like a bad audience if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's more people.
A lot of people like me like it, and I'd probably be interested at the very least.
And a lot of people like me don't.
World of Warcraft breaks 10 million subscribers. A lot of actually World of Warcraft news.
I just saw his chair.
Producer Eric did a full 180 in his chair, almost
in his time.
Warp time and space. Warlord sold more than 3.3 million copies in the first 24 hours.
Good for them.
Before the expansion, their numbers were at 7.7 million,
Don't
and now
blame them. Mists of Pandas is, I don't know.
Panda
it doesn't
Mist.
scream by the game to me. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I didn't.
But
care
go
for
back
it,
in
but
time. Warcraft. What?
It was the big game for a long. It still is pretty much the big MMO. Blizzard also famously having some serious difficulties handling that launch. Clearly, people couldn't play for at least. Well, producer Eric, what was your experience with it? Didn't you? What's up?
I got the day that it came out that morning. I got in about 6 hours of gameplay, and then as soon as 5 o'clock hit, when everyone got off work and school and all that stuff, they get home, they go to play. I didn't play the rest of that night because the queues went to a couple hours.
To a couple days.
To a couple days. Yeah, it was horrible. And then they had all the different server maintenances. So the systems were continuing to be down. Basically, I lost about 2 to 3 days of gameplay. The launch date should have just been pushed back 2 or 3 days because I really didn't get to play it.
Well, Blizzard's going to make it up to you, producer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because they're going to give away 5 free days of the game to all subscribers, apparently as of last Friday.
As of last Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, my God!
I'm going to call bullshit on that because last Friday was, 3 days ago, 2 days ago? 2 days ago. Wait.
Today's Saturday.
That was yesterday.
Dog, you're right.
Wait. Let's check. Did they give me 5 days? It should be over 10 days if they did.
Well, while he's doing that, I thought that was interesting because for a monthly subscription, does it really matter how many free days you get?
Well, it kind of fucks you up.
Uh,
At the end of the day.
So to me, it just seems like because you're going to pay for it every month.
Unless they're tacking it on after your days are off, they're still goofing you regardless.
You know
it's just changing your pay date.
What would make sense is if they refunded you $5 of your monthly subscription. That would make sense to me.
But that's dumb and it would take too much
give you a discount on the next.
Or, yeah, maybe give you a discount on the next one. That would work, right?
Or give me some fucking currency in game like we talked about.
But if they're just giving you 5 free days, you're already going to pay every month. So does it really matter?
Does it?
I mean, it doesn't really seem like it really matters to me. Unless you were just going to quit the next month anyway, so you just have 5 extra days you were going to quit anyway. Well, either way, on top of all this drama, we also have the Reddit situation that happened. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I am not. Explain, sir.
But on the World of Warcraft Reddit site, there was one of the moderators kind of being furious with Blizzard and put a big ban and stoppage on the Reddit site so people couldn't really post anything.
Until he got moved to the head of the line.
So that's kind of...
But it looks like it's the end of the line for him because Reddit took care of him. Ugh. I'm sorry. I saw an opportunity. I took it. Damn it.
All the way.
Double rainbow son all the way.
So, Justin, what's going on?
With what?
Or, sorry, not Justin. Eric,
I am Justin.
Producer Eric, what's going on
You
with
guys
that?
do that so much. When I'm with you, hey, Eric, Justin. And then just now with producer Eric, he's like, so when I went to Spencer's house. I'm just like, assholes, okay? I remember your names. Okay? Shit.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it happens. No, so the Reddit thing, I actually didn't hear about this because I don't really use Reddit, but one of my really good friends pointed it out to me. He was like, so apparently this guy tried to hold an entire 200,000 people hostage, electronically, digitally hostage them, so that he could get to move to the front of the line for the World of Warcraft. And Blizzard was just kind of like, yeah, please don't do that. Yeah. Don't hold a community hostage. Don't be a dick.
They never negotiate with terrorists.
That's right.
Yeah. So Reddit ended up firing him, and then nobody got moved to the front of the line because the servers were still down.
By firing him, is he paid? Or
no, they just like moderators on Reddit. It's like it's more of a big deal.
Is it really?
People think, yeah, dude. It's like that's a nexus of information, and if you're a moderator of a particular like area in that, you govern said nexus of information. Like it's a bigger deal than people make it seem. But I had to ask, what did this guy think was going to happen?
I don't know.
Like if you think about it critically. That's like a dude that's holed up in a hospital and he has all these people hostage. What do you think is going to happen? You think you're just going to walk out scot-free and then, all right, better cash my check and start an honest living at McDonald's? What? No. That's not how it works. Like, this dude has his information out there. I'm sure his World of Warcraft information as well, because in order for them to move him to the front of the line, all of that. And for this guy to go, oh, they better do this for me. And then now Blizzard has your information, and Reddit has already kicked you out of the forums. I'm sure everyone knows you're the laughing fucking stock of World of Warcraft in general.
Yeah, move over, Leroy.
What does that mean? Like, what does that mean for the person to ever, like, why would you do that? You're a dumb. Like, serious.
You're a dumb.
You're a dumb. You're the dumb, sir. Thank you.
All right. Sunset Overdrive is going to be free today.
So play it. Hopefully
today is Saturday, November 21st. So I'll try to make sure it gets uploaded today.
Woo!
It's the full game, but it's only obviously for today. You can keep all the data if you choose to purchase the game.
So did you hear about the thing about Sunset Overdrive?
No.
About it's actually coming to PC.
Is it really?
It's an exclusive for Xbox One, marketed, coming to PC.
Oh, interesting.
As far as I know. Anyway, that's what like the rumors and all that shit say.
Well, pick it up. Maybe you can pick it up for PC later on Steam for cheaper. Sliding that in there. So here's kind of an interesting one. The verbiage for apps is changing from free to get. Reason being, I'm assuming, is based on the idea that a free app usually has purchases in it.
So it's not defined as free.
Right. So, yeah, especially it's happened to Google already in certain situations, and it's happening to Apple right now. It will no longer say free because of the pressure from the European Commission. Apple and Google are affected. First-party Apple apps will still say free. Instead, they're going to be using the get button, and when they click it, it'll actually tell them if there's in-app purchases or not.
You can just still say free, and then put there's in-app purchases. Because you're not paying for those particular things. You're paying for the actual principal application.
I think this is an early indication that they're actually starting to monitor apps.
Yeah.
And really kind of try
pay
to
attention to them.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just put anything out on you can put anything out on the Google store or whatever market.
Right.
But you can also put anything out on the App Store. Believe it or not, I've seen videos of people who are like, "What kind of fucked up game is this?" And people are still playing it. It's like oh my god, and they cost $1 to play these shitty games.
So Far Cry for the PS3 has a fix. It was doing a lot of crashing when you're trying to do certain things. You'll know
only
it
on PS3.
You know what it is for the PS3 if you have it. But this fix is a little bit brutal. You have to delete all Far Cry 4 data. So all your save files, all the actual game file, anything else that you have downloaded with it, and then re-download the correct version.
See, I have a problem with that because that is a QA thing. At the end of the day, what was the catalyst? How did this stuff happen? People are doing QA on the PS3. Wouldn't they have ran into this issue already?
You think?
Like on the most current version of Far Cry 4, before it went gold, I would assume they've done some form of QA. And to think that granted, it's it's the fixed version, but these are people that are putting all of their effort into, just like playing, not all their effort, that's dramatic. They're playing the game for a while. They're having fun. They're doing the thing. Oh, dude, fucking sick headshot, bro. And then right into this. What was the issue with it?
I don't remember. But I know.
Typical. Only talk about the problems. What?
I'm actually only talking about the solution.
Oh, whatever. Typical. Only talk about the solution.
The PC version I heard actually does do crashes when it's updating, though.
God.
At the same time as playing, or do something to that effect.
I'm just starting to expect this from Ubisoft. I heard Far Cry was amazing.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things, but it seems like
Ubisoft is fucking up.
It seems like, and not necessarily just Ubisoft, although they've been pretty big on it recently. But I feel like it's happening to a lot of different things where it's even harder and harder to expect a decent release. I guess that's what we kind of talked about.
That's why. That's the difference between that and Dragon Age. It didn't really. It has a multiplayer component, but holy shit, I ain't running into glitches or game breaking stuff. I have heard of people getting their data save corrupted, but that's like few and far between. Yeah. So,
some somber news for people who like G4,
which is no one after what Adam Sessler left.
The G4 channel is officially shutting down. It was moved over to Esquire Network in 2013, and will officially be taken off the air on November 30th.
Attack of the Show, maybe. Some people like to Attack of the Show. Screensavers. I'm all about Tech TV. ZDTV and Tech TV, bitch. When X Play and Extended Play, and then it was GameSpot, I believe. Back then, it was GameSpot.
Look, Justin, I'm not one of your bitches, okay?
I don't appreciate that. I had a long-standing reputation with G4, and I'm sure a lot of other people did too. You grew up watching, if it wasn't G4, it was before that it was Tech TV. I'm pretty sure it was still Tech TV then. And then before that it was ZD TV. Amaze Yourself. And I used to love ZD TV, just looking at it because my dad was like really big into technology. So he's looking at, was it Call for Help? And I loved Call for Help because he loved it. And I was like, oh, what they gonna fix next? And all this shit. And then, I used to like love that shit. And then, obviously that's the first time I heard of Adam Sessler. And he was the guy I just liked. And I didn't really care for Morgan Webb. I felt like she was like tacked on sometimes. I just cared more about Adam Sessler. Because I was like, he was very critical of games. But I felt like when he left, or when they fired him, and he went to Rev Games, like he just, oh shit! He turned into, right, and bam! He turned into this kind of guy that was like, he expected people to value his opinion. You should never come off that way if you're trying to like review something. What? We had some.
Is it on anything?
Is it on it? Oh,
there you go.
Oh, thank you, sir.
But
unfortunately, it got changed to Esquire, and I haven't looked at it since. Back in 2013? I don't know. I don't remember the month. I could have sworn it was late 2013. and will be off the air November 30th.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Says
Majesco is potentially going under. They've been kind of around. They've never been a huge publisher or developer. I'm not even sure. Do you know for a fact what they are?
Damn, dude, we're supposed to be the news.
Either way, reported net loss of $2.7 million in September for the quarter ending July 31st, as well as a net revenue of $2.9 million, which is a 27.2% drop year over year. Boy, that's a lot of numbers. But they claimed that they suffered losses that raised substantial doubt about our ability to continue as a growing concern. Whatever.
Is it going?
I must have done a typo in there. But anyway, Majesco, they're actually the most famous for the game Cooking Mama. Remember that game?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not Cooking Mama. Why wasn't she in Smash Bros?
Because it was horrible.
What, Cooking Mama was great, dude.
No.
Exactly.
It's for a very specific person. Apparently that person is you. But
I love cooking. I can't help it.
yeah. Well.
Yeah. What do you get when you cross an owl with the bungee cord? My ass.
What?
No, nothing?
I don't know what that's from.
I will show you Kung Pao later.
Oh, I haven't seen that in forever.
Yeah.
Swedish sexism rating system is the tagline I wrote. Would have been nice if I wrote a sentence that actually made some kind of sense.
Sentences, go here.
Sweden is actually trying to input a sexism rating system into video games. Nothing else, mind you. Just video games. Using company Data Spells Branchen is going to look into putting it out.
Now, okay, read it. And I just want to ask questions to the audience at home. And they can formulate their own.
The project manager, Anton Albin, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, told Swedish publication, "I do not know of any other project in the world asking this question, and of course, we want Sweden to be a beacon in this area." Of course, games can be about fantasy, but they can be so much more than this. They can also be a form of cultural expression, reflecting society or the society we are hoping for. Games can help us to create more diverse workplaces and can even change the way we think about things.
Okay.
Very profound.
Couple questions to ask. First off, Swedish sexism rating seems targeted at what? Not women, men. Most games nowadays, or games in general, have come under fire. We've already talked about this. And I really just don't want to get into it because we're
beating a dead horse.
We're beating a dead horse. We're not trying to kill you guys overkill you guys. Anyway, it's targeting more men than it is women. You can just get that right off the bat. And that's not crying for help. That's not playing victim. That's just based off what it is. And in this sense, I would ask for equality. Sexism against men, sexism against women, if that's the case. If they do that, it's still a stupid idea, but it's less of a stupid idea. It's still stupid, just slightly less so. Because it's equality. That's what you want, right? Now, here in his paragraph, he talks about, of course, games can be about fantasy. Yeah, most games, if not all, are. I think if you really want to argue it, every single game is about fantasy. Even if you're talking about World War II, that's a fake guy you're playing as.
I would argue that Final Fantasy is not about fantasy.
Anyway. They can also be a form of culture expression, definitely true. Reflecting society or society we're hoping for. That's kind of where it sounds like it's a PR kind of like, you know what I mean? Like someone wrote what he's saying. You know what I mean? It doesn't sound like he really thought. It's Anton. Okay, it's a guy, right? It's a guy. Right. Thought this through. Like, the society that we are hoping for, like, okay, Wolfenstein. I don't want a society where the Nazis win. Final Fantasy. I don't want a society where everyone walks around with anime-style haircuts. Devil May Cry. I don't want demons all over this bitch. Fucking Fantasy Life. I don't want to change my class by joining different cults and being a different person every 5 seconds. Who am I? Okay, we might have to go over.
Well, what I think is my big problem with that whole sentence right there about the society we're hoping for is that video games should never take place in a society we're hoping for. No. The game should end achieving, hopefully close to the society we're hoping for, at least one of the values that we're hoping for. Really, the society that the game should be taking place in is one that has a lot of problems that you're supposed to solve. Hence why you're playing the video game.
Exactly. You're usually the solution to a problem.
So that makes absolutely no sense.
The other thing, games can help us create more diverse workplaces. I don't know what workplaces you talk about. Maybe in the industry itself. I mean, duh, we're all pushing towards that, and can even change the way we think about things. That is true. Okay, we just wanted to point out some things that were kind of like, bleh. Anyway, moving on.
Top story time.
Woo! We have one or dose?
One top story.
No, what about the follow-up?
The what?
The follow-up, the one after this.
Oh. Whoops.
Uh-oh, blew his load too early. Sorry.
Editing this out, yada yada.
I'll shut up.
Walmart sells systems for too little money.
Oh.
Walmart recently came under a little price matching scandal. Looks like Sears had a system glitch. It was posted for the Wii U and the 3DS for $60 and the PS4 for $90.
Damn.
Of course, when somebody brought in that image and said, "Hey, this is how much Sears is selling their thing for," Walmart had to agree and let them have it for that amount. Of course, Sears fixed theirs and like
shit,
really
ran them out of business.
But Walmart, of course, took the brunt of that.
Yeah, Sony wasn't too happy either. They're like, "Shit, fuck."
Walmart has since changed their ruling on this.
Well, actually, how sad do you think Sony actually is about that? Because the retailer still has to pay the same amount to Sony.
Yeah, it seems to me like Walmart lost on that. Anyway.
I take that back.
So.
More consoles in the home.
Yeah, well.
Walmart now won't honor prices from...
I'm sorry, let me make an amendment. Fuck! Yeah!
Hell yeah for those people. Good move. But Walmart now won't honor prices for marketplace vendors, third-party sellers, auction sites, or sites requiring memberships. Interesting enough.
Interesting.
Can't match up with, I guess, Costco or Sam's Club now.
Oh, but what about a GameStop? Oh, top story.
And our top story today. We filmed this.
The sun's right there.
Earlier. It's still light outside.
This evening, our top story.
GameStop isn't too thrilled right now.
But why is that, Spencer?
Well, I'll tell you, Justin. Because digital purchases are taking off.
What? What is a digital purchase?
Digital purchase being kind of the Steam model of video gaming, where a company, in this case, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, they're actually selling through their console digitally games.
Circumventing the third party.
Which means, in a lot of ways, GameStop is slowly becoming more and more irrelevant. And GameStop at this point is just trying their best to find a way to get people to come to their store.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed. You might have received a call probably like 2 weeks ago from GameStop talking about, hey, by the way, you can come and pick up your game, like 2 hours early. We're starting the lineup at like 6. We get people, or 7 or something like that. We're going to have drinks, blah, blah, blah. Like they're encouraging this. And what's more, I've noticed when they have these release dates, like these launch title release times, they are getting people like free shit. I commented on my Facebook, I posted on my Facebook about how I'm chilling and I'm picking up Dragon Age, right? Because I'm going to review this bitch for y'all. And then, and for me. And then they give me a poster of Grand Theft Auto and a banner that just says GameStop, power to the players. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, get the fuck out of here. I mean, thanks for the poster of Grand Theft Auto, but like, what if I was coming in there and I was getting Super Smash Brothers and they handed out Grand Theft Auto? What if you're getting that for your kids and they give you a Grand Theft Auto poster or some shit like that?
They'd be like, I want to play that game. I don't want to play
That's
Super
an
Smash
absolute...
Bros.
I don't care in the sense of like what your parents should you see. It's about... You don't even know your fucking market. Like at that point, you're just giving them jack shit. Like take it.
Oh, by the way, when I got an email from them about pre-ordering Super Smash Bros. And it said you can play as Green Ninja. Like it's spelled Greninja, but it 2 E's in it. Like they misspelled one of the characters. So that was kind of funny.
Wow. So obviously,
kind of out of touch.
GameStop has had a history of doing things where they're like, hey, here's how their model works. GameStop buys used games from consumers at 60% or less of the new game's cost, right? Depending on what it is. And then puts them back on their shelves for 95% of the full price, netting roughly 35% profit. Selling new copies put money back in the developer's pocket and allow them to make more games. Okay, obviously, if you're buying, a completely new game, GameStop, will get something out of it, but it goes back to Sony, it goes back to Microsoft, it goes back to Nintendo, and it goes back to the developers, and that's moreover what's more important. And I honestly think that by switching and taking out GameStop, you're saving the gaming industry.
Oh, absolutely. It would be huge. Because the used game market is only good for the person selling that used game.
Exactly. If you look at it, if we're always dealing with like Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, and this money's making its way back to developers, one, that's opening up more avenues for more creativity because they're starting to see more profitable response to whatever games that they're getting. It's just more money back in their pockets. I honestly want to give certain developers a ton of money. The guys, I'm not going to say that. Spoilers. Mirror's Edge, DICE and all that stuff, I actually like them regardless of what people, have to say about them. I like them. I would give them more money. But if I'm buying Mirror's Edge used, they're not seeing any of that. And that's not cool. I think if digital purchases, were to sweeten up deals with the memberships, like Nintendo needs to get on the bandwagon of having like a true membership thing, and they have a thing, but it's like a rewards system.
Oh, okay.
It's not really like the same. Like, we paid this much money, you can get these free games this month. They need to have more free games a month. People get more incentive to join. Okay, like you have the free game for this month. All right, cool. Let's get the game, and then you have the money that's going back to the developers and the parent company. Everybody's making money. Everybody's happy. Consumers are happy. Developers are happy. Freaking Sony and Nintendo and Microsoft are happy. That's it. End of story.
Well, if this is the way that we think it should go, then what is the role of a retailer at this point going forward? You can use the GameStop model of used games and stuff like that. You can use the Target or whatever general model of only selling new games. Obviously, Walmart is going to the used game market as well. Mm-hmm. What is the retailer's role going forward?
Honestly, I don't think there should be a used sales or used games kind of thing to where you can trade in other games and get other ones back. I understand the profit of used games, but other than that, I think they're gonna die. Used games being the only thing keeping them alive right now. Used games, accessories, freaking consoles, whatever. All that stuff is keeping them alive right now. And if they ran out of that, which I honestly think they should, I don't think there should be a place where you could trade in used games.
Except for maybe on
amongst each other, Craigslist
right.
or something. Have it to where it's governed by a third party that is neutral. Or something like that, where you can go online and you can type it up, and it's based off of all these factors, or I don't know, something different than GameStop, because I would say in 5 years, they're gonna die off.
Well, they're not, because they're switching over to a mobile market. They're going the mobile route, and they're gonna try that. I'm not saying they're not gonna.
It might not be successful.
It might not be successful, but they're not going to die based on the gaming market at this point, because they've already admitted that they're leaving that market.
Yeah, they've been shutting down stores.
It's only a matter of time before that's kind of gone anyway.
Yeah. So
hopefully, it sounds bleak, but it actually seems to me like it's a bright future.
It's fucking bleak.
That being said, I'm Spencer.
I'm still Jester. It's fucking bleak.
And this is The Fucking Itch. Thanks for watching.
Scratch yourself, motherfucker. This is the fucking itch. This is the fucking itch. Thank you.
Just throw fucking in there.
You know how epic people's names would sound if you put fucking as the middle name?
Oh.
Justin fucking died. Come to the front of the line, please. You're in trouble.
Justin fucking Dodd